Hey everyone, Charity Majors here, bringing you a fun interview with one of my amazing ladies that just completed my Pageant Secrets interview challenge, or my Pageant Interview Secrets challenge. So I just want to introduce you guys. This is Anna Kerry. She is Mrs. Quantico. Did I say that right, Anna? Okay, great.
Mrs. Quantico.
Awesome. Mrs. Quantico. And she just competed last weekend in a pageant for Mrs. Missouri.
Mrs. Virginia America.
Virginia America. Okay, sorry, I'm trying to get all my girls figured out. But Mrs. Virginia America, she did such an amazing job. But before we kind of start with her, Anna, why don't you share a little bit just about your backstory, your why, right? We worked a lot about that. We worked a lot with that within the Pageant Interview Secrets Challenge.
Yeah.
So share a little bit with just your backstory and your why and what you've been able to do with pageantry, just so that my audience can get to know you better.
Sure. A little bit about me. I am a wounded warrior and Navy veteran, and what got me started in pageantry is, I've always been interested in it since I was a little girl and really didn't have the courage to do it until recently. And I had a traumatic brain injury while in service, and unfortunately, it ended my career. I had to go through brain training, relearn things, and it brought up a lot of traumatic experiences. I had to prior to my brain injury, I compartmentalized traumatic experiences. And when I had that brain injury, it was like Pandora's box. It unleashed all those traumatic experiences. And now I'm just learning how to deal with them. And it brought up a lot of anxieties. And pageantry, I was like, you know what? Most recently, I was like, I'm going to deal with those anxieties and move forward, and let's go with this. So most recently, I competed in Mrs. Virginia America, and it's been an absolute wonderful experience. And I've been doing adaptive athletics as part of my rehabilitation, and it's been my platform. And adaptive athletics, what it is, it's Paralympic style sport. So it's tailored to somebody's capabilities, whether you have an invisible illness. And when I mean invisible wound or illness, it could be something mental, or it could be something internal like cancer. And it could be a physical disability, or you could be missing a limb. So it's tailored to your physical conditions. We don't leave anybody out. So it not only changes lives, it saves lives. And I'm just so passionate about it. It's not just for veterans, it's for everyone. And it's really made an impact on me and made me rediscover myself and help me realize that I can become anything I want to. And where pageantry comes in is, in my journey, I wanted to overcome my anxieties. And I just was like, I need to move forward. Making those appearances, oh my goodness, I wanted to prove to everybody, more than to everybody, but myself, that I can do this. I can overcome this. And, other women who are going through this, and even men, anyone who's going through this, that they can overcome their own fears too. So my why has been to help inspire others so that they can overcome their own personal challenges within themselves, whether it is physical or mental, and learn to accept them and just be their true selves so they could realize their full potential. And they could do that through adaptive athletics. And I hope to serve them since I was a veteran and I was very passionate about serving my country, and I do have a servant's heart, and I'm big about serving through my community. I see pageantry as a different type of service, just a new uniform with my sash and crown.
Yeah, I love that. I love that new uniform because that's definitely one thing that you worked on and brought into your pageant interview. And thank you so much for sharing. And I can't even imagine what it would be like. And I'm just so proud of you for how strong that you have been, the strength and the courage that you have shown. We have some people that are showing some love for you. Let's see, we have Katie saying so proud of you. We have Jill saying that she loves your platform, loves your heart. People are saying hello. We have John on here. We have Jill on here saying
Thank you.
hi. But we just have so many people that are just cheering you on, and that's just something that I really really love about just not only community, but even just the pageant world in general. So yeah, so I really love that. So what I would love to actually let me see here. I would love to learn about. So I'm just learning this new little platform thing that I got, and I'm not even quite sure how to use it. So thanks you guys for your for your patience as I figure out all of this fun techie stuff. Okay, let's see. Okay, so what we're going to actually be talking about now is how the Pageant Interview Secrets Challenge helped you in your pageant journey, how you felt about that, how you felt going into interview. I would just, like I said, I would love to just hear how it helped you.
Oh my goodness, it was absolutely wonderful. So from day one, I just loved, we had so many different women from all over the country, and we got to interact with one another, and it didn't matter where they were from. We were also open and vulnerable, and we shared our stories and our platforms, and though we didn't know each other. We were just instant friends from day one. And
Wasn't that so fun? Like just the connecting
yes,
of ladies and the support, the support system and the amazing
yes,
tribe. It was just like it didn't matter. Like we even had girls that were standing up on stage next to each other in their competition, and they literally like became BFFs. Like I feel like all of us just became this amazing little tribe of women that was just like cheering each other on, and it was so much fun. That was one of my favorite things for sure.
yes, it was not a competition. It was truly women empowering women.
Yes.
And I really love that. And not only that, I mean, this was my first pageant experience. And by the way, it was absolutely so wonderful that I re signed up again. And, I know, right? How this experience really helped me was, I was trying to figure out my describer words, what makes me unique, and really fine tune my why. I found that through my practice interviews, you might find my fur baby climbing, so I apologize in advance. But
No worries.
through my practice interviews, I was verbose, and so figuring out how to tailor it and really get the most out of my time and words through the actual practice mock interviews that we did during the challenge was extremely helpful. I
Good.
felt, and also the descriptor words. like
Yeah.
really thinking about, okay, what describes you, and picking out those very unique words to describe you, so that makes you so memorable to the judges.
What were your descriptor words?
Mine were warrior,
Yeah.
adaptive, and champagne.
I love it. Okay, so you got to explain them so that people know not only what it means, but obviously if you guys are watching this, that those words intrigue you, right? Because this gets into how the judges, if they ask, oh, what sets you apart, or tell me about yourself, or what qualities do you possess, or what are some of your strengths, right? These are questions that can kind of all filter into similar answers, which is like what we, some of what we work on in the group.
Right.
But all of a sudden you say things like this, right? You say, I'm like champagne, or I'm a warrior, I'm
Yes.
adaptive. All of a sudden they lean in, and it's like, well, what does that mean? Tell me what that means.
Yes.
So now you're creating that intrigue. So yeah, tell me what they are.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt. I'll start with champagne because people are probably wondering, what?
That one's the best one.
So with champagne, you recognize like the essence as bubbly, effervescent. I mean, that's my personality. I am bubbly, I'm effervescent. But at the same time, the essence of champagne, with celebration, champagne is usually brought out. But it also leaves people feeling confident and happy. And that's how I leave people feeling within the room. So confident and so happy that they feel that they can fulfill whatever goals that they have in mind. Yeah. So that's what I was going for with champagne.
And I will second that. Like, you were so supportive. Like, you were a big piece of like why the women and the tribe that we had was so supportive. You were so encouraging to every single woman in there as they practiced their interviews, as they were trying to figure out their descriptor words, as they're peeling back the layers of their why.
Thank you.
You are such an amazing encourager, and you do leave people feeling so special and so light and so fun. So yes, thank you for doing that. So what were some of the fears that you had signing up for the challenge? And then how do you, actually, I want to show you this little comment here. I love this. Kelly, she's jumping in and saying, Anna, that you are a warrior. John, you agree that she is like champagne. I love it. It's so fun to see everyone's comment. I love it. You guys are liking this. Feel free to comment more. I can pop your name up on the screen and share with everyone else what you guys are saying. Well, Anna, I want to hear, so maybe, obviously this was something new for you, obviously within pageantry, but even just the Pageant Interview Secrets Challenge. So what were maybe some of the fears that you had before joining? What made you decide to join? And then what in the pageant, in the challenge, how did those fears just like go away and you were like, this is amazing, I am all in, and I know that this is going to help me in my pageant journey?
Well, I knew it was exactly 10 days before my actual start date for pageant. So I'm like, I don't know if this would be too intense prior to, or change everything that I was training for or learning. So I had fears of that. I had no idea what to expect. And I was scared because I was like, I'm going to be in this challenge with a bunch of other ladies, and I'm like, I don't know anybody. And there's that initial fear of of not knowing anyone, and not knowing what to expect. And you're doing everything as a group. Not that that's necessarily a bad thing. It's just you don't know what to expect. And sometimes not knowing can be worrisome, and it's a natural fear for people. And it was definitely baseless. So definitely baseless. I highly recommend to everybody do the challenge, because I'm glad. I'm definitely doing the 14-day challenge, and I highly recommend you do the 14-day challenge too, because you will learn so much about fine-tuning your why and connecting with the judges, and just connecting with feeling how you make people feel really makes a world of a difference. How you leave them, at the end of the day with the interview.
Yes, yes. And I love that because that matters so much, right? Because even just like what we talked about in the challenge, people will never remember what you say. They will only remember the way that you make them feel. And I know that this was something that I ingrained in you guys.
Yes, Maya Angelou.
Yes, but I ingrained in you guys that it's more about the connection that you make and the way that you make the judges feel. And so we really worked on a lot of that nonverbal communication and how to really connect with the judges on that deeper level, and the verbiage of how to do that versus just those cookie cutter answers, like we talked about, of describing yourself. Oh, I'm driven, I'm passionate, I'm a leader. Like, yes, all of those things are good, have those qualities. But what I really want to make sure that you guys know is that there are unique ways to describe yourself, and that's how we can really connect with the judges. Just like Anna shared, like, she's
Sorry, I
herself.
lost connection.
You're good. She's champagne. And so when she describes herself as that for the judges, right, we want to lean in and we want to know what that means. And that creates that, we get that good bubbly feeling about her. So I just love that. So, Anna, what do you have any last little nuggets for people that might be on the fence about joining the challenge? Like, what would you have to say if maybe someone is thinking about watching the challenge or doing the Pageant Interview Secrets challenge, and they're like, I don't know, like, ooh, like, what would you say to them after doing the challenge and after seeing how much it helped you? What would you say to them?
I would say there is a science to everything that Charity teaches you. And not just that, you're going to make new friends. It's about networking. And no matter where you go, like I'm telling you, after this last 10-day challenge, some of the ladies were like, yeah, come on over when you're in the Midwest. Like, you're more than welcome to visit, best of friends. I think that's the best part. I mean, outside of fine tuning whatever, I am so sorry about my cat, about fine tuning whatever it is. Seriously, it's the best. It's the friends, it's the friendships, it's the sisterhood. And that's what it's about, and I love that. I mentioned the other day to my sisters in our group for my class for Mrs. Virginia America class 2018. I'm like, after being in the military, it's really male dominant. I'm used to having brothers, and I'm not used to having sisters. And holy cow, I gained a whole bunch of sisters, and it is the most amazing thing in the world. And I absolutely love it. And so I am so thankful for it, And my cat is too, apparently.
No worries.
So sorry.
Well, so I just want to share with you guys. So if you are thinking about joining the Pageant Interview Secrets Challenge with me and a bunch of other incredible women that are here to support you, to cheer you on, I want to encourage you to go to the link that is scrolling below. So it's challenge.thebutrevolution.com/14-day. And so you guys we start May 6th for this challenge. And if you're seeing this afterwards, you might, because I know I'm going to put this up on YouTube, and this might be a replay that I'll use on the Facebook page. So if you guys are seeing this afterwards, be sure to go to the same link because you're going to be updated on the same challenge. So Anna, just so that we know, because I am all about not only creating tribe, but especially women supporting other women, where can people continue to follow your journey and support you as Mrs. Quantico, and where can they find you, all that fun stuff? Let us know. Make sure to cheer you on.
Sure. I do have a Facebook page. Since I decided to compete again for Mrs. Virginia America, I am Mrs. Quantico 2019. Anna Kerry, I'm on Facebook, titled as that. And also, you might laugh at me, on Instagram. I have it private right now, but you can friend me on Instagram. I'm getting more savvy on my social media. That's something I'm working on. But it is ANNKERR Anchor 007. So Anchor, just like prior Navy. Ha ha ha.
Nice. I like
Anchor
it.
double
We
o
will
seven.
be sure to put it in the comments of the video, and then people can make sure to find it as well.
Okay,
But yeah,
thank
and
you.
I'm just so excited to just continue to support you and cheer you on and just see you.
Thank you.
To not only be courageous in your journey, but to make a difference in your community, because that's what this is really all about. And I just admire your strength, your courage, your bravery, just to put yourself out there. It's not easy to say all of a sudden, like, okay, like, here I am, like, judge me. That's not easy. And so I just admire your courage to do that. And I'm so
Thank
excited
you.
to grow and to continue to be on this journey with you. So thank you so much for being, for taking a few minutes out of your evening and for being
thank you.
with me.
And thank you for having me. I'm so honored. And by the way, congratulations for your most recent win.
Thanks. Yeah, I'm so excited. It's going to be really everything that comes out of the journey for me being Mrs. Idaho, United States now. So we head off to Nationals in July, which is going to be really fun.
So exciting.
I love it. All right, girlfriend. Well, thanks again for being on the interview. And if you guys are still watching, I just want to encourage you. Our challenge starts soon, so be sure to check out the link that is scrolling below. I'll also put it in the video comments so that you can go right to the link. But I would love to have you come and be a part of our tribe, to come learn how to unpack your why, to come learn how to describe yourself in that unique way, and to really create that connection with the judges so that they will be looking for you on stage. And the biggest part for me is that I really believe that pageantry is such an amazing platform to get your message out, to grow into the best version of yourself. And that's what this is all about, is making an impact, growing into the best version of who you are and the message that is placed on your heart. So have a great night, you guys. I will talk to you soon. If you have questions, let me know. And again, Anna, thanks so much for being on the interview.
Welcome.
Talk to you guys
You're welcome.
later.
Thank you. Bye.